So there's a couple of big questions out there right now. Should I be doing a... Hi, guys. Hey, welcome back. It's Dan Boyer with
BJ Ursery.
We're coming to you from the top floor of the Fountain Mortgage headquarters in Prairie Village, Kansas, and we are back with another episode of Beers with Boyer and BJ.
Yep.
What are we drinking today?
Well, it is Logboat Brewing Company. Mine is the Snapper American
So you're
IPA.
saying it that way because I corrected you earlier. It's not.
You did.
It's not Longboat.
I said Longboat.
Logboat.
It's what I get for just grabbing the cans and not paying attention. But it is a pineapple peach melon. It's easy drinking.
Yours is an IPA though, right? American IPA?
Yes. And it gets 7.2 on gravity, and it says from the little picture that you can go camping. There's a scepter with a planet, and you can make squiggly lines with dots when you drink this beer.
Cool. How is it? Is it good?
Actually, it is pretty good. I dig it. It's better than that stuff we did last show.
Well, I'm drinking the American wheat, and I'll be honest with you, I have a heart. So I love Boulevard wheat. It's one of my favorite beers in the world. And every other wheat that I drink, other than Boulevard wheat, I don't like. I don't know what it is, but this is good. I like this.
It's what Shiphead. You can't. That's it.
It's called Shiphead, so that fits fitting.
Shiphead.
But it's good. That is a good wheat beer. I like it.
Is it?
There's nothing in there. You can drink my beer?
Mm-hmm. It is good. Yeah. All right. You got some exciting stuff that I didn't even know about. I want you to tell me.
Well, today we're gonna talk about rate buy downs.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff going on in the industry right now about, should I buy the rate down? Because we all know rates are up, right? We've been talking about that. We know rates are up. So we're talking about when you go under contract and you're buying a home, should you buy the rate down or just take it where it's at? So there's a few things I think we got to consider. The first one, how long am I going to live there, right? That's a big one. So if you're buying a home and you think you're going to be out of there in a few years, probably not worth it, right? It's just going to depend on the scenario. Second one is, what are rates and does it benefit me? So right now, yes, when rates are up, you want to look at it. Go back, last year or, a couple years ago when rates were ridiculously low, it made zero sense at all to try and buy the rate down. You just couldn't buy it down enough to make a difference, and it just didn't make sense. And then the last thing you got to look at is how long is the payback, right? You got to look at your break even because it costs you money to buy a rate down. You don't just, just like I said, you're buying the rate down, right? You're paying extra money to bring the rate down. So this is a long-term play. This is not a 2 or 3 year kind of play usually. This is a long-term play. In other words, it's going to benefit me more in the long term than it will in the short term. Because it's going to take usually 2 or 3 years to pay it back. So I put together a little bit of a scenario here, and I'm hoping that we can get the graphics on the video to kind of help with this.
But I'll have it.
The scenario is this. So somebody buys a $300,000 home. Okay, that's pretty common in the industry, and puts the minimum 5% down. So they're
300
with 5% down. So a $285,000 loan amount. Okay. So right now interest rates are somewhere around. I'm using 6%. Maybe they're lower, maybe they're higher.
Yeah,
I don't know, but we're using 6% for 30 years. Okay, so that puts your payment at $1,706, and that's just principal and interest. $1,706. Yeah. Now, if we want to buy that down a half a point. Okay, so we're going to go from 6% down to 5.5%. That's going to cost us 1 point or 1 percentage point of the loan amount. Okay, so the loan amount's $285,000. So it's going to take $2,850 to buy the rate down by 1/2 of a point. Okay, so we go from 6% down to 5.5%, and that takes our payment from $1,706 to $1,618. So that's a difference of $88. Okay, so we're saving $88. That sounds great.
$88 right there.
The question is, how long does it take to pay that back? So the big question is, should I buy the rate down? With knowing that, we know it's going to take 32 months to pay it back. Should I buy this rate down? And right now, here's the big question that you have to consider. Okay, if you're going to, let's just say there's no strange factors out there, and it's only going to take 32 months to buy it back, to pay it back. Yeah. I'd say yes, go for it. That's a pretty common scenario. The issue that we're dealing with right now is that the economy is changing. We're going into a recession. Rates are at the highest point they've been in a long time. And I think everybody, most people understand that when you go into a recession or you're coming out of one, rates are going to come back down. So the theory is that in the next 12 to 24 months, we're going to see interest rates come back down, probably lower than what we're buying this rate down to. So the question becomes, should I buy the rate down? Because it's going to take me 32 months, almost 3 full years to pay this back.
Yeah.
What happens if the market changes and interest rates come back down to 4.5% or something like that in the next 12 to 24 months? Then we've wasted our money, okay? So let's say, 12 months from now, this happens and we refinance our home, that $2,800 that we paid is mostly gone. We basically wasted that money. Now, if we think it's gonna take longer than 32 months, then you should buy it down. This is a decision that you and your loan officer or your real estate agent need to make together. And I'll tell you, in this scenario, if I was buying a home right now and it was going to take 32 months to buy it, to pay it back, I probably would not do it because I feel like rates are going to come back down before then, and I probably will be refinancing my home.
The director here has given us the close sign, so I think we're moving forward. We've got logboat, out of
shiphead. You're kind of the shiphead around here. Cheers.
Out of Colombia.
It's good stuff. We love it.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Next one we do, how about talking about like buying yourself out of PMI?
Okay. Yep.
Pros and cons?
Yeah, sure.
Through a curve.
Ooh.
On the next video.
Crazy.
Click the link below.
Sounds good. Thanks. Cheers.